statue of the puppy from the ice. And
we gave it a stick.
Yeah, and now we're getting ready to venture on to find this coward guy.
All right. That's about right. So after a couple hours of resting by the statue, you feel fully rested and recovered and ready to finish your mission. So that was a complete rest. You're all full up on hit dice and spells and hit points and everything else. And the white wolf is watching you as you walk past.
I'll give him a wave.
Just kind of stares.
I guess just peer around the corner here. Are the zombies we saw earlier still there? Looks
They're
like it.
still there. They wandered around a little bit, but
Yeah. Well, either of you want to start the fight with some ranged attacks?
It's the usual zombie plan to hit them with things.
Yeah. Sounds good.
I mean, I can try to shoot them with something, but Ruska's probably going to do a much better job. Or Rusalka.
Yeah, Sacred Flame sounds good. It's as good a way to get their attention as any.
does not dodge the surprise sacred flame. Anyone else want to do something before they roll initiative?
Sure.
Hits. Same one?
Yeah.
He is pretty beat up between the two of those.
That is one nimble zombie. Sorry, fast reacting zombie.
All right. Well, this one does notice your presence, or at least the presence of something, and starts wandering forward. As you see it, as it walks onto the ice, you can see it freezing up around its feet, ice crystals forming. Salka. In a bad way as zombies go.
Which one did Rusalka hit? The same one that we've been hitting?
Yep.
Yes. That is a hit.
Yeah, I'll hit this. Okay, same. It was supposed to be the same one.
Okay.
Just might as well put one down. Assuming that's actually enough damage.
And assuming it doesn't make it save.
It's still there.
Yeah, zombies are dicks like that.
That was it.
This one pushes a little bit further in. And likewise has frost forming on its feet as it tries to move across the ice. Kalte.
Yep. I will get up here and hit the one that's closest to me.
Okay. Is it?
And that will be it for me.
Okay. It staggers up to you, ice forming along its feet. It's able to get close enough to attack, but doesn't have time to actually do so. This one's similar, struggles across the ice, pulling its frozen feet along. Gets close, but doesn't quite attack. Rusalka. Just makes it. That's it.
Let's drop my bow before I move up.
Hit.
And then I will disengage.
He is good and stabbed. This one was close enough that he actually gets to attack.
But he will miss.
Well, how would you like to respond?
Moving aside just so I can see the health bar for a second. Okay. I will go for the one to the south of me.
Okay. The mighty chop, you're able to drop him completely.
Alright. That will be it for me.
Okay. And he doesn't get killed by the ice. Don't think that hits you.
A 12 does not, no.
All right. Block the attack. And the other one. He's dead. Rusalka. Just makes it. Unfair. That does hit. Still up despite an extreme stabbing. I was going to try and deal with the guy directly in front of him now. Badly. Lante.
I'll go for the one to the north. For only 7, sadly.
Not enough to make him stay down. And you see 2 zombies wander down the hall. 2 more zombies, I
Did it finally die to the ice?
did. One last attempt to step closer to attack you, and his leg falls off, causing him to collapse to the ground, and finally freeze into immobility. But the other 2 are on his initiative marker, so I'm going to leave him there. Soccer. Hey. The close one, I assume. Right. That is enough to burn it to a crisp. All right, 2 more down the hall.
Pick up my bow and try to shoot him with it.
Is it?
And that'll be my turn.
For one thing.
I am going to stay where I am and just ready in action to attack if any of them come within range.
Okay. This one wanders up and tries to throw a rock at you. It'll do less damage if it hits. Which it doesn't. So a rock in Volente's general direction. This one does not stop and try and throw a rock. It actually tries to runs as much as a zombie ever can, trying to get to you. Usoka. He is burned by the flame. Yep.
I'm shooting at the back one again.
Still there.
That's it.
Valente.
It's difficult terrain, so it's half movement. If I jump, can I make it across? I can jump 8 feet standing and then walk her across the rest of it at half speed.
I'm going to say if you can't jump the whole distance, I'm going to count it as difficult terrain.
Well, but I mean, like, I could jump, again, 8 feet, which would land me on this middle square, and then it would be difficult terrain across that.
you're going to be between the two, yeah. But you'll need to roll to land well.
Okay,
Because you are jumping onto ice.
that's fair. Athletics or acrobatics?
Feels more acrobatics to me. That's good.
Boom. And as I am sliding across the last bit of ice, I'll take a swing at the one below me.
Okay.
Oof.
Or not. Unfortunately, trying to not fall on your face in front of them occupies all of your attention.
Fair enough.
And now you occupy all of their attention. Fortunately for you, they suck at like everything. It's all good. You're up. What does your sacred flame look like anyway? As it destroys the zombie you targeted. Neat. Sneak attack applies.
Yeah.
He's
Clinic.
adjacent to an enemy.
Yeah, I just didn't realize that was range too.
Yep.
You sink an arrow deep into his shoulder. He does not like it. For one thing. He's also in a bad way.
All right, that'll be it for me.
Not killed by the ice.
Oof, that'll hit.
Take that.
Wow.
Did he just pinch you?
No, actually, he just barely made that save. No, it doesn't make get a save. Never mind, he's dead.
Cool. You guys should be able to run across the ice without any problems. Now that there's not zombies there to take pot shots at you.
That's a question though. Since I have 35 movement, would that round up or down if halved?
Either way,
Because it's squared, I'm gonna say if it needs to be for squares, it would round down. So you'll get 3 squares of movement.
But
But
again,
your jump distance is your
dash.
strength for running jump. Yeah, and a dash over difficult terrain would be 7 squares still.
Here's some ice. It's easier to run across than to walk across.
I mean, not necessarily easier, just
It's more a question of
painful.
Are you trying to do so in a controlled way? Like if you're willing to go careening across the ice, you can do that at full speed.
Okay, fair enough.
But if you want to like do stuff while you're on the ice, now you have to do it at half speed or parkour that shit. You can see it opens up to a room in front of you. And there's a hallway.
Forward or take the side entrance?
I think I'd like to sneak and see what's over there. I mean, I can look in this little side room or side hallway first if y'all want.
Yeah, let's check out the side hallway, just because there's likely not a whole lot there. I'm guessing it was just the 2 zombies that came up.
Sneaking north?
Yep.
Okay. Your estimate seemed correct.
Oh, hey guys, come check this out. It's awesome. See, it's awesomely vacant.
There's some funky smells. They're unique and exotic. I'll need a new stealth for this direction, though. Imagine that's going to be good enough. In a second.
So,
Do I recognize? Sorry.
go ahead.
I was just going to ask, do I recognize what the 2 things in the middle are?
One is a skeleton in much better gear than the ones you've been seeing. Most of them have like mercenary bandit level gear. This looks like it was a knight or a well-paid man-at-arms or successful adventurer. The other one's a dog, but a skeleton.
So a lot of skeletons.
So, we're gonna do another round of buff the paladin. I can do Shield of Faith. You can do Protection from Evil and Good, and then basically just try and get them all to focus me. All right. As soon as we're buffed up, then I guess I will run in and start swinging. Unless you want us to roll initiative first.
I do want you to roll initiative.
You want me to move back to where I was?
No, that's the inciting incident. That's going to happen before. It's really a question of when they get to respond to the fact that there's a guy with a warhammer charging in, wreathed in holy energy. Go ahead and make your first attack.
All right. I guess this will be at the one on the left.
Okay.
11 hit.
Does not, unfortunately. He's able to get his shield up.
Fair enough.
All right, one in the back is going to take an attack at you. You do have cover because of all the intervening skeletons. So does a 16 hit?
It would be a 6.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, does a 4 hit?
No.
All right.
Yeah. So they have disadvantage, and I've got +2 AC from the buffs.
Right. And ranged, if there's a melee combatant between you and them, you have half cover. So that's +2 to your AC on top of that.
Yeah.
Advir.
That's the one at the back, right?
Yes. He would also have cover because there's a bunch of people on the way. Actually, won it now. Which is good because that just barely hits. And does a hell of a lot of damage considering he only has one rib cage left.
Dang it. That's going to make him harder to hit.
All right, one on the left you attacks you back.
which will miss.
Salka? The ones in front have shields up. The ones in the back have bows. There's one who's just straight up heavily armored, and then there's the dog. Sorry, which one was that on?
I think she pinged the archer. Yeah.
Does indeed finish. Skeleton dog darts up and goes for a, which is similar to a short sword. That is a 9 to hit.
Which still misses.
He does gain the benefit of wolf-like interaction with his allies. In other words, he's got pack tactics going.
Okay.
But that merely negates the protection, and he still misses.
Right.
But you can tell it's like, oh, okay, that could have been a lot worse. Your turn.
I guess I'll go for the dog.
Okay. That does hit. It's not armored. Yeah. It does still seem to have the same problem with hammers that the other skeletons do.
Yep. I figured as much. That'll be it for me.
Okay. He's going to hang back and try throwing a couple daggers at you.
Who throws a dagger? I mean, really?
Second one looks like it hits.
Second one will hit. Yep.
For 7 damage.
Oof.
I believe Shield of Faith is concentration.
Yep. I think I made my con save.
You did. You managed to pull that one off.
I like how you did both extremes.
Yeah. Hey, at least the 20 was first.
Having measured your skill, you will pull out a scimitar and another dagger and move up all in your face. And that is his turn. Guy on your other side takes a swipe.
That will hit.
Okay. So 8.
Still keeping Shield of Faith up, though.
The skeleton archer moves around, looking for a clear shot. Thinks he has one at Adfair. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Kicks the bones out of the way. And seems intent on finishing the guy in front of him.
Well, shit. These guys are rolling really well.
They are. Protection stays up.
Yeah.
Red fear.
So Valentia is down, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Is Rusalka, are you going to be able to do anything about that in the next turn? Well,
Yeah, which one? It doesn't really matter. Yeah, who are you shooting at?
I was doing the skeleton there on the right,
Oh, okay.
and I'm pretty sure that doesn't hit.
It does not. Fortunately, your shot's a little wide.
So I'll just hang out here and take dodge for my bonus action.
Okay. And the skeleton comes around the corner and tries to stab you. So 14 hit.
Yep.
He stabbed.
I will be stabbed and down.
I will also go ahead and spend a hit die while
Mhm.
that's happening. Puts me back up to 13 total.
Yep. That hits. And while his armor absorbs some of the blow, fact of the matter is crushing bone is actually pretty easy to do. He is really messed up. Unfortunately, he's still up. Anything else? Valente.
All right. I guess I'll go for the Legionnaire to the north.
Okay. That hits.
Yep, and I'm gonna go and throw a smite on that as well. Which should actually have one more T8 on it, I think, since it's undead.
Yes.
Boom. So 19 radiant and 7 bludgeoning.
So what does that look like?
Well, I am considerably taller than him, so I imagine pretty much just like knocking his head off with like sort of a golf swing sort of motion. Imagine the skull goes clattering against the back wall.
More like smashing against the back wall, but yeah, you take him out.
And that'll be it for me.
Skeletons being undead don't break when they see their leaders get killed. Because they're not that bright. So he is going to try and finish the job. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the archer decides to go for the less covered target. It's actually going to shoot at Rusalka. Does a 17, or no, excuse me, does a 13 hit you? You do have cover from the one guy.
Pretty sure AC is 16. Chainmail.
Ah. Good on you. Oh, nice.
Jesus. Man, why am I the tank in this then?
Because hers only lasts one round. Or oh, wrong shield. Never mind.
Clinks off said shield. Another attempt to take out Valente, though. The 7, I'm assuming, does not hit.
Oh, no, it does not.
Protection is still up. That's fair. Front row. Luckily, the skeletons will ignore you, seeing as there's a life cleric directly in front of them. Not that they can seem to do anything about that. Rusoka. Not good enough. He's able to get a shield in the way in time.
Yeah, I'll drop a hit die on that too.
I think that puts you at full, right?
Yes.
Are you going to move, Rusoka? Valente.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and swing at the southern one. Oof.
Speaking of getting shields up in time.
All right, that's it for me.
Alright. A stab coming your way.
That'll hit.
Actually, does a 16 hit?
It does, just barely.
Yeah. So I can see your health bar.
Yeah, it's not great.
Archer's not going to switch targets and is going to go for the Healy person again. You have cover, so that does not hit. Goes a little wide, but not much. And still focused on Valente. 10 misses.
Thankfully.
Advir. That's a hit. You're able to destroy the skeleton in front of you, separating his spinal column, causing the whole thing to collapse.
I'll go there and then go dodge.
Rusoka, you're up. Valente.
I'm going to go ahead and healing surge for 3 hit dice if I can. That all right. So 14,
Okay.
and that'll be my turn.
All right.
Man, that's some sad rolling.
12 miss.
Yep.
Larger boy will shoot at the protein stabby dude.
I'll actually miss.
And one more soldier on Valente. Once
That
again,
will also miss.
that went a lot better for you guys. That's fair.
And I'll dodge.
He's not quite dead yet. But it's
Sorry.
one thing. Or re-dead.
No, I can't dodge. Never mind.
Why not? Oh no, that's right. You're right.
Yeah, I thought it was one of the things for cunning action, but it is not.
It seems like it should be, doesn't it?
So
That's
instead, I will
about the same thing.
disengage here.
All
So,
right.
what can you do? Dash, disengage, and what else?
Hide.
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 I think the thief subclass gets use an object at some point.
Yeah. Which, depending on interpretation, is either really strong or really useless.
Which is a step out of the way, seeing it coming. Valente.
I'll go for the one to the north. I'm assuming that misses.
That 12 is not good enough.
Alright. That's it for me.
Attempts to return the favor. And fail. Miniature boy will shoot at stabby dude.
Yep, that'll hit.
15.
Yes.
And barely alive guy.
Yep.
Yeah. Add fear. It's okay, now he's done.
Move to there and hide.
Okay. It's really cold in this room. Rusoka. Hey. is smoked.
Finally, a hit. Jesus.
Yeah, all kinds of smashed.
That'll be it for me.
Archer Boy drops his bow and takes a quick swipe with the crappy little short sword he's carrying. Missing really badly.
Yeah, there's a reason he's an archer.
Pretty much. He also doesn't have a shield to protect himself. That's fair. That messed him up. Hits. Yeah, like way more than enough to finish him off. After the bones stop clattering to the ground, you realize there's no more skeletons moving around.
Yeah, that probably would have been a good idea in retrospect. I am down to 2 hit dice, but I'm about to spend one, so I am at full health, but only have 1 hit die left.
I am back to full health and down to 4.
I am also out of spell slots. I still have full lay on hands though.
I too am out of spell slots.
I mean, that might actually be a good idea at this point.
I definitely wouldn't be opposed.
Hmm. Which means we probably need to keep going. Alright. Next time, you're taking point, though.
Do you know what this is? Like, are these doors or
That
something?
is a giant iron pair of doors. They seem less worn out than the rest of the construction.
Ooh, fair. I didn't realize protection lasted that long. I thought it was only a minute. Okay. Walking up to the doors, I'm gonna go ahead and use Divine Sense.
Mhm.
So, any
60-foot range, right?
60-foot range, any celestial, fiend, or undead. Not that I
You can
expect any of the first two.
Well, you can feel the divine presence of the sanctuary to your left. Nothing particularly pings, except a vague sense of undead-ishness to the north. But not like, oh, there's undead that way, but
Alright. Well,
you're smelling it, but you're not like seeing it. The equivalent of.
yeah. So unless either of you have any
Probably
objection,
nothing close enough in any other direction for you to pick up on.
I say we open up these doors. Or try to, at least.
There's some stairs over here we may want to look at real quick before we do that, but
I mean, if you want to scout them out, I'm not opposed.
yeah, I'll take a quick sneaky look down the hallway or whatever's over there.
Assume you're moving as sneakily as possible.
Yes.
So you are able to not wake up the polar bear chained to the floor.
Okay, doors it is.
It is a sleepy polar bear.
Not a puppy.
I mean, it's close enough.
That's a snoot. You can move it.
Actually, I think we do want to go see the puppy. Because I can talk to beasts. We might be able to get it to help us. So yeah.
How long does the chain look?
Yeah, how long is the chain?
Few feet. If you stay on the stairs, it probably can't hit you. It definitely can't make it over that ice patch.
Okay.
And roll animal handling.
No.
The big puppy. That's all you know.
Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hello, are you awake? Hi.
Wow.
So you look unhappy there, chained, trapped. Presumably, I'm assuming the one who did this to you is the same nasty person who's been raising all these skeletons and other icky things. We happen to be looking to defeat him, and we could free you if you'd like to help, or frankly, if you just agree not to attack us on your way out. Is that agreeable to you?
Remind me, the ability does not give them the ability to talk back to you, right?
Correct. They can understand the meaning of your words, though you have no special ability to understand them in return. And I have advantage on charisma checks against them if you want to roll persuasion.
Please roll persuasion.
So 18.
Yeah. It's looking at you. It doesn't seem like it wants to attack you. It paws at the giant collar on its neck.
Okay. I will carefully and slowly approach, making sure to show that I'm not a threat. Looking at the collar, is it something I can get off?
If the bear holds still for you.
Okay. I will tell it to hold still and that I can remove the collar if it does so. And again, slowly, carefully reaching out to its neck to undo the collar.
It starts sniffing, but it can't seem to locate whatever it is that it's smelling. It does let you get the collar off, but it's starting to pay attention to your backpack.
What do I have in my backpack? I will take out some of the jerky that I think I still have left and offer it to the bear.
Make a dex check to see if it bites your hand or not.
Not like holding the jerky in my hand, but more just like.
Yeah, but
placing it
he's
on the
that
ground.
fast. Like,
Okay.
while you're trying to place it on the ground, it's like, yeah, you get your hand out of the way, but it's a near run thing. It inhales the jerky like a yellow lab.
I gently pet it.
It's still sniffing at your backpack.
You can eat the rest of the zombies.
Yeah, I don't really want to feed a bear rotten zombie meat. Yeah, I'll take out one of my rations and give it to the bear.
No table manners at all. It just devours them.
That's fine. I will ask the bear if he knows which way the bad man went.
It manages to look, and it points with its nose, both the direction you came from, and then turns and points north.
I see. Well, we are headed to go fight him. I think we'll be going back this way through the doors. You are welcome to join us if you like, or you may leave here now that you are free. The choice is yours. I will start slowly walking away.
You fed him.
Yay, puppy. Alright.
He wants more food. Both of the other two of you make animal handling checks. Or knowledge nature, whichever you're better at. So there's one thing you make a knowledge nature check too.
Can I do animal handling for mine?
Yeah.
Oof.
Okay, Rusalka would know this. This is way undersized for a polar bear. It should be approximately twice as thick as this.
Alright. Heading back to the gates. And unless anybody has any objections, cracking them open.
They are locked.
Damn it. Had fear.
Yeah, I can try to pick them. And I do have thieves' tools.
Okay. Okay, roll thieves' tools to pick the lock. I've selected a DC.
Didn't you catch some fish on the way up here? We might have. I can't remember.
I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to freeze some fish and salt them in the village, but
Yeah.
you know, it is a bear. It's going to take a lot. The fact that the lock is almost completely iced up isn't helping, but that's not what's keeping you from doing this. You just don't have the right tools for a lock this complex.
This is the most advanced lock I've ever seen, guys. Sorry.
I guess we should have tried this before going to the bear. I'll feed it one more of my rations as we head back. Explain to the bear that we can't get through these doors, so we're going to go the other way.
There's a hallway. The bear growls up the hallway as you start to cross the ice.
I will gently pet the bear to soothe it.
I will sneak up the hallway.
Okay. Stealth, please. Oh, yeah. That is a apparently asleep ogre zombie.
In a bath towel?
Yes.
So I think we just caught it after its bath, and it may be pissed off about it.
I mean, is it still seemingly asleep? Or has it?
It is.
Okay. It might have a key to the door. And I mean, we can fight it, but I'd rather not. So, add fear.
Yeah, I can try to pickpocket it.
Yeah. And if that fails, disengage, run like hell, and we'll
Oh, it's like
Actually-
you read my mind.
while he's pickpocketing the zombie ogre, how about the three of us, including the bear, in that get it back across the ice. So if we do fight it, we can fight it on the ice.
Okay.
Zombie ogres on ice.
It's probably less graceful than you imagine. And I don't think you're giving it a lot of credit in your imagination either. But it doesn't seem to have anything on it personally. The loinclothy arrangement it's wearing doesn't have a bag. However, there are a couple small sacks in the back of the room. I will need another stealth check, though. Looking at your mod, yeah, don't roll a 1. It's still a zombie. But yeah, there are a few bags, some of which don't appear to be ogre-sized.
Guess I will try to carefully rummage through them to find a key.
After rummaging through, you find 3 sets of keys. One is a set of cheap bronze keys that clearly don't match the doors you found. One's a set of fancy silver keys that does, and one's a set of fancy gold keys that might.
I will attempt to take the gold and silver keys and hold
Might
them in
as
a
well
way
just
that
take
they.
all of them.
Okay. Try to hold them in a way that keeps them from clinking.
I mean, if you have any cloth, you could wrap it around the keys individually. In like a snaky pattern.
No, I do have the cloth of mending on.
That works.
You do? One more stealth check, please.
Nice.
Yeah. You make negative sound. And are able to sneak those things out. Near as you can tell, it was just this is where they put all the adventuring gear they found.
Makes sense. All right, back to the gate.
All right, let's start with the silver keys.
Okay. You fiddle with the silver keys for a little bit. You find one that fits. You turn the lock, it opens, except what happens is another panel slides open and there is another lock. This one in gold.
Try one of the gold keys in.
Just try the keys. Make a dex save, please. Yeah. It's a rather big needle trap, and there's something gooey on it, but you're able to see it before it opens up your wrist.
Probably should check for those things before I start trying to fiddle with them.
Might be wise.
But the door is open. It's not quite obvious, but you can pass through.
Is there anything in here?
This is kind of an awkwardly shaped antechamber. Like you're not sure what this was for. But the door on the other side of the iron door, the doorway you'll be passing under, is a very fancy archway. So you're going into some kind of important room. At least a room the architect thought was important.
I will try to sneak up the stairs.
Keeping your head low, you're able to see 3 figures in the room. One is a human wizard of some sort, who's fiddling with something on the little table. There's also another one of the heavily armored skeletons and a skeleton doggy hanging out in the back. It's curled up.
Okay.
Just gonna try to move over to the other side so I can see the right side that's kind of blocked too.
So,
Not much in the corners.
battle plan. I'm thinking Rusalka, go up for the skeleton dog. I'll go up for the legionnaire. Adfer and the bear take on the wizard.
Works for me.
Yeah, how long has it been since the big fight with the skeletons?
It's been 7 minutes.
Okay.
We have a couple minutes left.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Are you guys both good with the plan? I know Adfer is Rusalka. All right. And is the bear good with the plan?
You wanted to go for the one with meat on it?
Yeah.
You can handle that.
I figured he could. I'll mention to the bear, try to leave his face intact.
The bear appears to be considering this.
He can eat the rest of the moment. But if he leaves the face intact, I'll give him another rations. Yeah, there we go. Fish is even probably better than the rations.
He eats the fish with every sign of joy.
Well, we're off to a good start here. How close can we get before starting this combat, by the way?
That's going to depend on stealth rolls, honestly.
Okay. If we want to just get as close without doing stealth.
What's that?
Yeah. I don't think you want either of us rolling stealth.
Well, what if I stealth in and try to hit him with a sneak attack?
I mean, you could, but then you'd be the only one there. I feel like you might want the rest of us to be able to charge in with you.
Well, I could hit him and then disengage back.
I'm going to say once you get within 60 feet, if you're not hidden, they know you're there.
Okay. So most of us can get up to here.
Just inside the arch.
Yeah.
The stairs give you a visual block, but once you start going up the stairs, it's a stone room.
Yeah. So I guess Balinthe, Rusalka, and the bear can line up here. Adfir, if you want to get closer, go ahead. There's only 2 of them, so I don't think we need Turn Undead. So I guess save your Channel Divinity for healing, or if he summons more undead.
Okay, Rusalka, you're up first.
Oh, actually, before we get started, I do have a thought as to how I might be able to sneak closer. So Adfer, if you stay hidden, I can disguise self, make myself look like a skeleton, and clamber up there. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that. Just walk into the room.
Make a charisma check.
Deception.
Deception's good. Okay. Well, let me roll. Yeah, you look like a skeleton.
Okay.
He seems a little bit confused that there's a skeleton coming in, but seems to pass it off as a non-immediate concern. That, on the other hand, shocks the hell out of him. You're wearing heavy armor, so he can hear you banging up the stairs. That's what he's casting. So there's a floaty flail. Since that's not concentration, he's also going to cast Shield of Faith on himself.
If he's playing by PC rules, he can't do both.
Oh, that's right.
Heavy cantrip.
We'll move around the back, though. He's still looking for a target. The skeleton's going after Rusalka. As it runs away from Valente, you would get an attack of opportunity. It would not hit.
Can I get advantage because it's surprised slash wouldn't see me as a threat?
The surprise always surprise doesn't give advantage to attack unless you're Unless you're an assassin.
But I mean, I am disguised.
I'm gonna say no. He's not surprised. He knows there's a fight going on.
Fair enough.
But it does make him pause here, as opposed to... Are you using a Warhammer, right?
Yeah.
He pauses and turns around, getting ready to attack you, but because of the turn, he doesn't have time to do more than a token swipe. Pole bear, we're up to there, not quite knocking you guys down as it runs past. But because of that, doesn't have time to do more than a token swipe at the skeleton anyway. Head fear. A lot of people just out of range.
Go ahead and do a dash for my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
So I should be able to get there without pissing off or getting an opportunity attack on the other guy.
Yes. That hits. He is stabbed. After his yell, the skeleton dog is going to come after you. It's a bite, but for 23,
Just slightly.
5 damage. And Valente.
Try to smash again. 14 hit.
14 does not hit.
Ooh.
Shield gets in the way just in time.
Alright, that's it for me.
Kurosaka.
Yeah, I feel free to do whatever. You don't necessarily have to go for the dog.
Yeah, that's not gonna work either. Olatar. Sudden assassin in his face. spiritual weapon misses Edfear. Did move it to flank you. He's then going to cast Sacred Flame. So that is a deck save. Yeah, you're good. You were told Necromancer. The skeleton's going to go after Rusalka in his confusion. Stabby stab?
At least the bear's doing work.
Good puppy.
Edfear.
Gonna go for another hardcore poke.
Unfortunately, that is not a hit.
And then I am gonna disengage. Oh wait, yeah, I'm gonna disengage.
Dog manages to bite the bear on his paw. Wednesday.
Move up. Go ahead and smack the bad puppy. Or fail at smacking the bad puppy. That'll be it.
You need to actually hit him if you're going to discipline him. Rusalka. Voltar is going to cast a spell. The bear suddenly freezes up, unable to move. It was hold person.
But the bear is supposed to win the fight for us. Also, yeah. What?
Shit. Good point. He wouldn't do that. Then he'll drop Shield of Faith. as he originally intended. And the floaty flail will be going after Volunteer. I'm thinking the 11 doesn't work.
You would be correct.
These are on Boldar. The bear mauls the wizard. Cleric, whatever he is. And fear. There's still a doggo.
There will continue to be a doggo.
Does a terrible job attempting to bite the bear. Weren't they?
12 hit the dog.
Does not. Oh wait, no, it does. Sorry. Smush. The bear is going to keep eating the dude.
The bear was the hero we needed, not necessarily the one we deserved.
And we needed to bring back some sort of proof that this guy's dead, right?
If you want your money.
Okay. Does anybody have anything to cut with?
Don't you have a helper?
I mean, yeah. Does anybody have anything better to cut with?
Wouldn't that be able to lop his head off?
Alright, I'll take the halberd and do it. I mean, it can. It's just.
I mean, otherwise, I have a sword and a dagger.
It's not even an ideal beheading tool. The
Yeah.
skeletons have short swords.
Oh, yeah. I'll grab one of the short swords from the skeleton and chop his head off.
Okay.
I guess also see if he's got anything on him that we can grab without disturbing the polar bear's eating.
The without disturbing is going to make it really difficult. He's probably carrying some kind of amulet or holy symbol, but that would normally be around the chest area. You know, where the good meat is.
Doubt we really care about his holy symbol, though. It's not going to be particularly useful to us. Yeah, I just didn't know if he had like any magic items or anything on him, but he'd probably have used them if he did. So I think we're good now that we got the head. I mean, did you see any other necromancers? Alright. Well, I think we're pretty much done here. So yeah,
Yes. That does seem to be everything in the castle.
So yeah, pat the polar bear on his side, tell him not to eat too much to get sick, and to enjoy his new life of freedom. And then start heading out.
Do you want to stop back at the sanctuary on the way out, or just leave?
Yeah, might as well. Should also go tell the wolf that Bolitar's dead.
When you show him the head, he's able to confirm that it is indeed the caster who showed up not too long ago and took over the place.
So yeah. Then stop back at the shrine, get a quick rest in, and
And you're able to make it back to the dwarf village with no incidents. And that's all the content I have prepared.
cool.
Just remember to do more fights with more monsters rather than try and use big ones.
And giving us a bear.
Yeah. The bear didn't hit a lot harder than you would have over the course of a couple rounds, though. Even without it.
I mean, really, the thing is, the bear didn't miss its attacks.
And no, the bear isn't staying with you.
It's okay. Sooner or later, I'll get Feinsteed, and then we might have a bear again. Because I don't know what else Valente can actually ride.
What about a moose?
Possibly a moose, but that wouldn't go with the whole puppy theme.
Fair enough.
Polar bear would definitely be greater fine speed.
It's fair. What about just like a regular brown bear?
Are they large or medium?
I mean, I think they're medium, but so is Valente technically. He's just a very large medium.
Black bears are medium. And they're the same CR as a warhorse. Brown bear is large, but that might be too tough for mounted for a fine steed.
That's fair. Anyway.
Or we'll jump off that bridge when we get there because
Yeah.
even a warhorse
If
is.
we get there.
Yeah, if we get that far. I have no idea what to do with you guys next.
Cool.
I mean, probably another bounty, but if we keep for as long as we keep these characters.
Yeah. Yeah, no, don't worry about it. It's presumably not your fault that your voice is dead.
I noticed nobody's using the weapon blocking rolls, which is fine. Also, the only iteration of that I'm even vaguely worried about is with a hex blade. But how do you guys like the modified healing?
I mean, it's okay. It's just a different balancing method as far as how many fights we can get through. Yeah, I think seeing how it works at higher levels would be the real test of whether or not it's a good change or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, the weapon blocking rules, like, I mean, it's kind of neat, but when you compare to the sort of armor that anybody would normally be using anyway, like, it's not like a significant difference in what you'd be getting anyway.
It was kind of the goal with that. I didn't want it to be better.
Right, but I mean, it's the
regular
point
armor.
of like, why even bother?
Yeah. Yeah, not unless you start putting in like penalties for wearing armor in certain situations.
Right.
But that's so situational because it's usually like if you're on a boat or something.
Yeah, or if you get like ambushed while sleeping or something like that.
Yeah, that kind of junk.
Um,
At least you don't go down to like a 9 AC. Okay.
I'm pretty sure we'd all have at least a 10.
And I was thinking I have a paladin in another game who goes from 21 to 9.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's why you don't make Dex your dump stat.
Then
You
have
at
to
least want to
dump,
have a decent initiative.
This isn't that good. And I don't want to dump wisdom, and I don't want to dump intelligence. And I'm definitely not dumping strength or charisma or con. I tried dumping con, and that really is terrible.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for the session.
All right. I will try and get something ready for next week.
All right.
If it's not going to happen, I'll let you know ahead of time.
Thank
No
you.
worries.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good night.
Later.